Okay, so this is for episode 5, I think. And the beginning of the episode was kind of interesting because it recapped more of the last case than I would have assumed, and then it just shifted to the next one. And for a minute, I honestly couldn't tell where the change was, but found it. Um, but for the last part of the last case, they were talking about how Devon, I think his name is, was up the street. He was at the Family Dollar, according to his phone records, um, which Devon never mentioned. So I thought that was interesting, because everyone was so they were super confident that it was him, even though they knew it wasn't and they knew who it was the whole time, but they made it seem like it was him. Um, and then the reporter was saying that someone else might be involved in the case, um, based on a recording that was taken that they didn't know that was taken. And they say in the recording that Devon wasn't there. So, I mean, there's two things right there that shows that he wasn't there. And then to the I think this is part of the next case. They were talking about, I say they as in I think it was the officers or it was just the news reporter, but they were saying sideways justice because of the carjacking and the shooter male. Because I don't remember, but I thought that was interesting because I haven't heard it as sideways justice before, at least not in a while. But um, and then they were talking about how it started on the city bus and then it went to the sidewalk and the older man shot and killed the younger man, and it was all caught on cameras by the city bus and obviously the people around, because there was the audio recordings of them talking back and forth, and then telling the older guy was telling the younger guy to get off the bus and to deal with it, the situation at hand. And for some reason they did, and it escalated for the worse. And then everyone was assuming that one of them was being provoked more than the other, but the shooter was the one being provoked. So the news reporter thinks that he shot the younger man within self-defense. So, and then someone said that they thought that the older guy was holding a water gun, but then later the the police found it was a case for the gun that they believe that was used within the bus shooting. And then the guy was ended up shot in the torso. So they that was pretty devastating. And then the last part that I had that I thought was interesting was they were saying that cops are allowed to kill people within certain circumstances. I get what that means, but I think that the way that they worded it was interesting, because I mean obviously people were allowed to shoot if there's probable cause or life threatening at hand, but they just said cops are allowed to kill people with certain circumstances, and then that was kind of it. So thank you.